Let's talk about crypto. Let's get this. Give you guys my analysis for tonight. I'm gonna run through a lot of different charts. The main ones we'll be running through would be Ripple, Bitcoin, Dash, and Ethereum. Those are the ones that make the most money trading on JAFX. All right. So let's run through Bitcoin because Bitcoin's the #1 thing here. I already showed you guys my monthly chart already. We see that the dot on the parabolic star is already been created on top already. Okay. We see the initial resistance is 14,000. In order to break resistance, it has to keep going. It just can't just sit at 14,000. It'll probably send itself back down. I'm talking about long term. I'm talking about like a whole month. Okay, because it's on the monthly chart here. Brand new month. We're in February. Okay, we can see. Like I said, I outlined this price right here, 6,500, and then 4,500, and then pretty much if it tumbles down there, and then the only last support you have is 1,000. I mean, it's got room to push down. I mean, you can see how overbought it was on the monthly chart, and it's finally going down. So it's got room to push further down, especially for all the indicators on the bottom here, especially the stochastic RSI here. Okay. You really want to do like a quick setup on buying, just go to the 15-minute chart, and you can bounce off. I know I don't have the Bollinger Bands, but what you could have bounced off the oscillator here. You see how it created the support. Oscillator is oversold. Come back up, back here. You can see it's right here. Back down, back down. Okay, came back up. Oversold. I mean, overbought. Coming back down. So that's what you would be doing if you were gonna do a quick buy on it. Me personally, I am shorting it all the way back down. I'm gonna keep my sell positions. I'm not changing anything. I just want to let everybody know that. We can see the initial setup here. The SAR is on the bottom, 3 dots. Okay, but it's struggling. Okay, it is struggling. It needs to break this, the 9,100 price. Needs to break that, and it needs to keep going up. So, not for sure if it's a strong buy. Okay, I'm not gonna say it's gonna be a strong buy. All of a sudden we buy it and we end up going back down. Ends up going itself back down. Okay, I already showed you the monthly chart. I already showed you the 15-minute chart, the 1 hour and the 4 hour. I said you're better off scalping off the 15-minute chart if you want to do a quick buy setup. XRP on the daily chart. Dot is on top, another dot on top indicating back down. My time right now is 6 p.m. 6 p.m. in the evening, the new daily candle and the new daily dot for the parabolic SAR starts. If you are using TradingView, do not use any other Bitcoin exchanges servers. You have to use Bitfinex. I don't care what everyone else is using on that crypto chat room, but you have to use the Bitfinex. The Bitfinex is tied into JAFX. Even on JAFX.com, they talk about Bitfinex. They don't talk about Coinbase or Kraken or Bittrex or any of those. So you don't want to get yourself confused using the wrong server and the wrong chart and expecting the price to be the same on the JAFX broker here that you're using. If you're not using JAFX broker, then by all means use another server chart. But you have to use Bitfinex. If you're not using Bitfinex, you're messing yourself up. Can't stress that enough. And so we see the initial support is trying to start here at 90 cents. Most importantly, I'm going to short it because candles you can see the initial candles going down, below, below. It went up here a little bit, but then still below, 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 below. So candles are still below the moving average. So we can't miss this on the daily. So I'm gonna show you guys the weekly here, so you guys get a bigger long-term setup. This is pretty strong on the weekly. I mean, you can see resistance is this. This is resistance. Okay, how the support on this candle, doji candle, and the resistance I create here, $1.40. So we know that the top price is $1.40 for resistance. It has to break $1.40 to be a strong buy. Without that, there ain't no point buying it. You can do a quick buy setup. The only way, like I said, the only way I would do a buy is if the weekly candle starts again. It probably won't be till Sunday. And I want to see if the weekly candle actually meets with this at a support level for me to make a decision to buy it. On the monthly, I mean, I know it hasn't come down. I mean, we only see its own, the dot's still down here, but initially the resistance is a little bit under $2 here, $1.96. Okay, came back to a close. The monthly candle closed at $1.14, and so we go back to the daily. Most importantly, I'm still looking for it to come back down even further. And like I said, I don't know how much higher it's going to go for tonight, but I'm guessing just up to this resistance point, 94 cents, maybe 95 cents, and tumbling back down. I don't think it's going to hit $1. So even if we go to the 1 hour here, you can see it's already struggling to even go even higher. Okay, because it did go higher before at 96 cents, and now it's back at 90 cents. So more likely, I'm expecting just to come back to this resistance price, because you can see how many times it tried already on the 1 hour. Hit 94, 95 cents and tumble itself back down. Okay, you can scalp it off the 15-minute chart. Like I said, just like Bitcoin, you would want to buy it. You know, you would want to buy. This is oversold on the oscillator. This created support here. Okay, came right back up. Overbought, right? Overbought here, and you sell it. You sell it down to zero. Always try and go down to 0, not 20. You don't want to bounce off of 80 and 20. You always want to bounce off 100 and 0. Can't stress that enough. Don't want to confuse yourself here, especially if you're using the oscillator. Okay, so let's jump into Dash here. Dash is doing the same thing. Let's jump into the 15-minute chart. Same setup. Okay, everything I'm showing is the same setup. If you were to scalp Dash, just like how you were to scalp Bitcoin and XRP, bam, right here, oversold, come up, you sell it here, okay, went down, oversold, coming back up, and now it's really facing the 600 price, the resistance price, to see if it can break 600. And so we know that the initial resistance here in the 1 hour is 600. We go to the 4 hour. Okay. Oh, shoot, I see something. Dot is created here, but overall it is a downtrend. So if you do want to buy it, you can buy it for, I don't know how long you can buy it for, but I think maybe another hour or two. Overall, like I said, these candles, you know, you can see how Dash has been struggling to come back up to 1100, and now it's under 600. So that's a $600, well, $500 price difference, and it did tumble all the way down to 448. So pretty pretty interesting. See what's going on here. Let me see here. Take a look at Ether here. Let's look at Ether. Ethereum. So we know that the initial resistance is at 970 here. It tried multiple times, 4 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and it struggled to go above 970. So we know, so that's your initial resistance here on the 1 hour. You want, like I said, you were to scalp it, you would have scalped it back here. Just like how Bitcoin and Dash and XRP and and all the other cryptos, okay? You can see the initial setup of buying it here. You're buying it here, okay? Shoots up, and then you sell it here. And well, I would sell it here, and then it dropped down, went down, not enough to go down. That's why I went back up. Most importantly, instead of if you just found the SAR, I mean, you can see the SAR went all the way up here before you could have got out. Instead of following the oscillator, okay? So you can follow the SAR, but most of the time the SAR gets breaking out after like five to 7 dots. So I don't want to confuse anyone here. We can see that the wick ended at 769. Yeah, 769. So, and we know that the initial resistance is 970. But I am still, like I said, I am still overall downtrending. You can see how strong the downtrend is. These candles are still below the moving average. And this is definitely below the moving average on the daily. So like I said, if you were to buy it, you only buy it when it's oversold on the 15-minute or 30-minute, like a quick buy setup. And the price will jack up quick on that 15-minute, 30-minute time frame. It'll jack it up as fast as they can within like 10, 15 minutes, and then you want to get out because it's going to hit a critical resistance. And so you don't want to just let it ride on a buy setup. Overall, like I said, we look at the weekly here. You can see that the weekly has started, the parabolic SAR, the top dot is on here right now. What we see right now for today. So if you were to go long term and buy it, you will end up losing money long term buying it. Okay, I don't plan on going long on any cryptos until regulations, SEC, CFTC, FTC, all these other regulations against all major crypto exchanges are done with policies, everything with what's going on, the scams, the schemes, the lawsuits, all that stuff. So you don't want to confuse yourself. Okay, look at the weekly, look at the monthly, and see how the overall trend is. And we noticed, and like I said, we look at it right now. We noticed that all crypto has been downtrending. And if I were to look at the weekly here on Dash, it's huge. This candle is below. This doji candle is below. Okay, we look at XRP on the weekly. Okay, this candle is just a little bit above the moving average, but this is down here. Okay, and now you see Bitcoin dropping back. So we can see it's still pushing down even further. So I would not try and do a buy setup because I'm gonna follow this dot here. Okay, I know it's a long-term short, but we'll come back. I'll come back sometime tomorrow and see when they plan on buying this, but I don't really foresee buying it at all. So some people are speculating a price back to zero, but I don't know for sure yet. I highly doubt they would make it go back to zero. That would basically shut down every single exchange. So that's all I got for you guys. Don't want to make it feel like it's a long video for you guys to watch, but But look at the daily, look at the weekly, look at the monthly. Don't want to get yourself confused here. So appreciate you guys watching this.